Good morning or afternoon. Welcome to the two that are here. Hello, Jdawg and Jason E. Minor. Got things set up. Got my live going on my tablet. GP and Mama Bird did a great live. Hey, Hobo Rob, how's it going? That's all right, Hobo Rob. Thanks for stopping in. I'm positive you hit the like button. Hopefully it goes well working on the Jeep. Hello, Dorothy. How are you today? Thanks for coming in. I think I got everything here that I want. Ooh, I did forget one thing, so give me a second. Honestly, I'm not sure where it is, so I'll be right back. Alright. I think I'm gonna want that for the Borealis bag. Hey GP, how's it going? Hello Mama Bird. Alright. Let's have a look at what we got going on. And I know this will be backwards, but this is the Borealis bag from Metally Corrupted, Mr. Jdawg. There's the nice pouch that it come in. And this is the baggie. If I can get it open. He sent me this nice little scoop, which also has ridges in it. Nice aurora coloring. That's pretty cool. Almost like a sluice scoop. is what I would call it. Came with a channel sticker. Very cool channel sticker. Safety meeting. And a poker chip. Very nice. Appreciate that, Jdawg. Maybe you'll remember I'm going live and come on in. And here is the other bag, the Winter Bliss. He did send a sticker, but I left that out in the van. This was a win off of Wrench's last benefit for Brian and the Twins coins. Very cool. Half-gram bag. That also came with a channel sticker. And another poker chip. Very cool. Now I have 2 of his poker chips. Great live this morning, GP. That was cool. Very good to see that you ended up with the one of the 105% ROI bags. And there's the Borealis bag. 1 gram of gold plus fun, it says. Limited paydirt by Metally Corrupted. There's the back of the bag. Right, GP? Especially that long. It says, here we have the Borealis bag, the first of 2 very limited paydirts made for 2025. Photo was taken right in our backyard. Very rare event to see the northern lights all the way down in Utah. This bag contains at least 1 gram of shiny gold and fun amount of gemstones. Hint, if you pull the gemstones, you can recreate the label with the colors. Enjoy, Jdawg, Metally Corrupted. And since, I waited so long to be panning this out, I did not get into the contest for this to win a free bag. But that's okay. All right, here we go. Let's tilt this down a little bit. Reposition some. And a re-level. There we go. Mama Bird, how's it going? Ooh. Let's see, can you guys see in there? Look at that, all that goodness. Very cool. Good morning, Rockin' Wheelers, Joseph and Rosie. How are you today? Thanks for coming in. Hi, Dorothy, if I didn't say hi already. Oh, nice, Megadog. Thank you for sending Jdawg a note. Appreciate that. All right, let's get this into a pan. Classify. use that for these materials. Very cool. Look at all the various gems and rocks. Ooh, shake that out a little better. Very nice. Heck yeah. Yeah, Joseph, I would say do not trust those buy one, get one free. I've been seeing those too. I forget the name of the company, but they really aren't recommended. At least not by me. It always turns out to be a scam. Yeah, GP, that is loaded with peridot. That is probably to represent the yellowish color in the sky there when recreating. I'm going to put these guys in here right off the bat. Hello, Patricia. How are you doing today? Welcome in and thank you for coming. Here's what the small material looks like. Nice and sandy. Put that back there. Scoot that back forward. Grab my nifty little new scoop. Read chat for a second. Yeah, I noticed that too myself, Patricia. When driving, it's hard to hear your phone if you don't have it coming across the radio. And Mama Bird, that noise was the heater for the office warehouse that I'm in. I'm in my job, and those big old heaters kick on, and they make a little noise. My job is pretty nice and generous in allowing me to use the warehouse for such items. Because right now it's 34 degrees outside, and standing outside to do this wouldn't be the funnest thing. It'll kick on every once in a while. Yeah. 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, dollar. Come on, Josh, and let's see you holla. Ooh wee. All right. Get 2 scoops, just like that Raisin Bran, and get to panning. I already added my jet dry to the water. You see all the little floaties and hairs that come with living in the minivan, just boom, shoot to the side and out of the way they went. Very nice, Patricia. Got you a gold pan, a snuffer bottle, a vial, and a paydirt bag. All right. That makes 2 bags you got now. Sounds like the makings of some nice gold fever. Material seems to be moving rather easily. Yeah, 34 probably would melt the snow and ice there, Jdawg. Thank you, Mama Bird, for reminding everybody to hit the like button. I appreciate it. By the way, I will do that myself. 11 likes, 13 people here. Very awesome, guys. I write left-handed, but for the most part, I do everything right-handed. And I know it's backwards probably on the screen, but I'm panning with my right hand. Yeah, diagnosis is gold fever. That's for sure. There's a little bit of stuff floating, so I'm gonna add a little bit more. Grab my other little shovel. Give it a little mix. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Valentine's Day, and happy Valentine's Day to everybody. I am single yet again this year, so technically it's just another day for me. Public service announcement. Watching anybody pan gold may reduce or increase the need for gold fever. I don't know what time Aqua Donkey's going live. Hopefully it isn't too soon so I can be a part of that. Try not to be on too long here today. I went today because there's quite a few people I watch on Sundays that I seem to miss, and so I figure I'll try Saturdays for a little while. Donkeys is tomorrow. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Mama Bird. He's doing his normal Sunday, which trying to do Sundays myself is one of those I like to watch. He's got a mail call going on. Very nice. I sort of stopped with mail calls after my storage unit got broke into. Haven't been showing as much as I did before. Used to mail call everything myself as soon as it came in. But that kind of hurt a little bit, having my storage unit broke into and all my coolest rocks taken. Well, 90% of my coolest rocks. Stuff I worked very hard to travel across the country to get. Just up and gone in a few little nights. And no recovery of stuff. I got notice that he got a year plus the already 6-7 months he was in, and my claim for $400 in restitution was met but not paid. It is something that is required for him to pay, but he also has several thousand from the other 4 people and like an $18,000 restitution for the storage unit company for all the repairs they had to make. And unfortunately, they only got one of them because it was a 2-man party, so. That's right, Jdawg. We have that same problem at work on a regular basis. We put up fencing, temporary fencing, we put up locks, we lock the doors to the buildings, and people still tend to get in. Wash that a couple more times. While rolling that around, I did see the first gold. Otter man, how's it going? I'm nursing the fever, that's for sure. All right. So how do you guys like the setup and the view of the live as I do them? That's one of those things and questions I haven't asked of the audience. Do you guys think you could maybe see better? Would you like to see better if I could make it happen? What do you think, guys? Let me know. Let me know. Thank you, Patricia. Looks great. Got a nice little flat flake here that is moving rather easily. Thanks, Jdawg. I do a little bit of gem and rock purchasing from World of Rock Hounds. He's over in Corvallis, Oregon. And my last box was pretty cool, and I wanted to do an opening for it, which I still can. And I picked up a very nice piece of amethyst. Some danishes and pastries. Very nice, GP. For me, I don't eat those kind of sweets too often. It is a once in a while thing. All right, I'm gonna have to leave that like that because that gold's wanting to walk with the sand. And there we go, guys. There's the first little bit. 3 little scoops. There's a finger for scale. Give that a little extra look. So I'm going to attempt next week to run my cleanup buddy for the very first time. I'm going to finally buy the tub I need to get that up and running. It is definitely long overdue for me to use it, being that it was 7-8 months ago when I won it on Gentleman Prospector's channel from Mr. Otterbird. Hey, City Rock Hounded. How's it going today? I recognize you, so I am going to add you as a standard moderator. I think if I do run the cleanup buddy next week, I'm going to run my Brad's bucket across that. It's a rather large bag of material, so that would be very good for the cleanup buddy. I can't remember how much gold was in it. And I don't even remember if he printed it on the bag saying how much. That one was another win. See if I missed anything here. Cleanup buddy is fun. Yeah, I've definitely put the cleanup buddy. Blah, I'm having a hard time talking. Put off using the cleanup buddy long enough. In City Rock County, feel free to link up with any of these channels. There are a lot of good channels here, a lot of good content. Yeah, Joseph, I don't know about too many of other places, but there's definitely gold in the beach sands in Oregon. Especially you find good concentrates of black sand, that is. And there have been people that have done it. I haven't seen anybody personally do it, but I'm sure there's a few videos out there. There are a few places I would want to, but some of the places I go, packing down that kind of stuff to do that would take some effort. Definitely have to have some hip waders at least, if not a full set of waders, being that you'd collect your water out of the ocean. Definitely on the Great Lakes. Mr. Flower Gold Wizard was good for doing that until they made him stop running his sluice, which is total BS. Blaming sluices for erosion problems. Come on now. Just an excuse to keep people from getting gold off the beaches on the Great Lakes. I miss seeing him set up his sluices and everything on the Lake Superior, I believe is the one he was on. Now he rarely does a beach one because it just takes so long to pan out them black sands, especially being on the beach in the Great Lakes. There's more erosion on any Great Lake in one storm than there could be for 100 people sluicing for the rest of their lives. And they want to blame the prospectors. Come on. All right, Patricia, have fun at the antique mall. Don't spend too much money. Unless you really want to. Hope you find something nice. Yeah, anything with moving, flowing water changes always, constantly. It's just the nature of water and dirt and sand, and things are moving constantly. Alrighty, time to fix that. I turned down the volume so that I don't get no reverb, but I forgot to turn down all the volumes. There we go. I know those notifications can get loud in the background. so far. And there we go, mama bird. There's that fan firing back up. Hopefully it's not too loud for you guys. Yeah, nice little picker there. Right on. Thank you, mama bird. And I can already tell I'll have to go back through this material. There's a lot of small gold moving in ways I don't want it to. Alright, there we go. Another tiny line of gold. Joseph, I did a couple bags last year of gold pans, paydirts, and then just here for the last 5 weeks, I've really started doing a lot more. I've purchased quite a few and won quite a few along the way, so it was time to start seeing the gold that I bought and been lucky enough to win on various YouTube channels. Some of them have been gifted wins. Some of them have been raffle wins. Some of them have been in racing. Do the duck races, and I've won a few of those along the way. And you can't tell if that little speck is a piece of gold or not. It's wanting to move like gold, so I'm going to suck it up. And I don't think you'll be able to see. No, you won't be able to see that, but it looks like there's some really fine micros in there. T-Bird Stacking, how's it going? Welcome in and thank you for being here. For those that haven't seen yet, this is the bag we're currently on. This is from Metally Corrupted, Mr. Jdawg. This was his Borealis bag. Another flash of the channel sticker. And the poker chip. Right on, Jdawg. 11 prizes for Rose Nose Monkey Fest. 5 of them paydirts. Very cool, Jdawg. That's awesome. Very generous of you. as usual. Gonna be a great time, of course. Yeah, City Rock Hounding gentleman prospector knows what he's talking about. When you bring them home, you can do it under controlled conditions using your surfactant, using specific catch pans. That way you can pan and pan and pan again, making sure that you don't miss anything. A good idea though is while you're gathering that dirt to do small pans while you're there to make sure that you're digging dirt that actually has gold in it. And of course, check with the rules to make sure you can remove that dirt and take it home with you. Some places you're not allowed to remove the dirt and take it home with you. It just depends on your local rules and regulations. Resort Dog, how's it going, man? Welcome in. Appreciate you stopping by. I'm going to add you as a standard moderator because I see you all over the Rock County community. And Resort Dog, aren't you down in the Arizona area where there's tons of gold down there too, along with plenty of amazing rocks? I know Resort Dog's been in the Opal game back in the day. One of the many things he's been into. Ah, to Nevada, in Denio. Very nice, Joseph. Gold panning videos and prospecting videos are a lot of fun to watch. And there are a lot of people out there doing it. Yes, City Rock Hounding. This is a snuffy, is what we call it. It's a snuffer bottle. It's got the tube. You squeeze it, put it down into your pan and release it, and it sucks up all the gold and keeps it there till you're ready to put it in the pan. Again, a snuffy dump is what it's called. Without one of those, it would be rather difficult to get the gold out of the pan when doing multiple pans. Nice. Chrysocolamine up for sale. And so city rock hunting, if you are that new to gold or haven't watched much of the gold panning community, right now, shaking the pan back and forth allows all the heavy material to go to the bottom, which would be your lead, your black sands, and your gold, the heaviest thing in the pan. And then tipping your pan forward and gently washing off just the top amount of material. Add some more water, stratify, allowing everything to be liquid and moving and all your heavies dropping. Gently washing it off and rinse and repeat. And as you practice, you'll get better and better at the gold panning and knowing how quickly and how you can move through material at your own pace. Very cool. Just got your first pans. Very nice. Something that helps a lot is a classification system. I just use your standard dollar store kitchen strainer that allows you to pull everything big out and only leave material like this, the smaller stuff. Leaving bigger stuff in the pan will run a risk of knocking out any gold, and it'll also make things a lot harder to separate. When everything's relatively the same size in the pan, it's easier to wash through. Yeah, Resort Dog, a vacuum system on the cracks to when you're out dry washing would help a lot, I think. The Glacial Gold Hunter, who is from Minnesota or Wisconsin, possibly one of the two, he is currently down in Arizona with his wife and has been making dry washing videos as he learns how to do it. Been invited to a few gold claims. Got his own little dry washing system going on. Glacial Gold Hunter is always a good watch, very fun. And he's very geologically knowledgeable. Yeah, that would be a way to season the pans, but you don't want to go too rough. You don't want to have giant scratches that would hold up the movement of the gold to your front of your pan. And what you could do is take fine sands, pour a little bit in the pan, and then just rub it around real good, just to barely scuff the surface. Make sure you wash your brand new pans really good with soap and water. They come with a little bit of oil from the manufacturing, and oil and gold do not mix. So definitely a good washing first. Yeah, and for those that are crevicing, it's hard to get all the way to the bottom of a crack without a good vacuum or a yabby pump. Yabby pump is meant more for the water crevicing, but yes, definitely skinny, fine scraping tools and getting down to the bottom of the cracks, because that's where the heaviest material is going to settle. Yeah, city, anywhere you go, man, the gold prospecting community for the most part is awesome. Always willing to help. Right on, T-Bird. Thank you. Appreciate it. And yes, absolutely what Mama Bird said. Always check the rules and regulations for your local area. They change everywhere you go. Certain things are allowed in certain places. Some places you can only use a little scoop and a pan. Some places you can use shovels and pans. Some places you can use sluice boxes and some places you can't. Oh, and with this material, I could have used an actual classifying system. I could have classified this down to 10 and 20 mesh and would have helped a lot because there's a lot of tiny pebbles that fit through that kitchen strainer that I use. And this black sand does not want to move, but I'm not a fan of using a magnet to remove the black sands, which would have made this much easier too. Yeah, definitely these black sands are staying put. Yeah, it's kind of messed up that they ban metal detectors when looking for gold. Yeah, you too, City. Hope you're having a great day. Hey, Chris with a K, what's up? How's it going today? Welcome in and thank you for being here. All right, I think I'll call that good. Ooh. A couple of these little bit bigger pieces are wanting to slide in the pan. Get that glare off there. Very nice. A lot of smalls in there. This one piece, see if I can actually pick it up. Got a lot of character to it. There we go. Let's see, put a hand behind it, see if I can get it to focus. There's quite a bit of character to that tiny little piece of gold. I can see if I can give a little bit better view of the snuff ring. The glare won't let you see it, but squeeze the bottle, release, and suck up the gold, but I totally failed at that one. It happens. And go at that again. Let's see it, tip it this way. And snuck up the gold. Gotta go for round 3. because I missed two little pieces. There we go. Got it. Thank you, Dorothy. Yeah, that little piece was just barely pickable. I'd call it a little half picker, not even a full picker. The titanium, etc., is a resource. What did I miss? Alright, guys, I'm gonna mute you for a second. I got too blue in my nose. There we go, much better. Just Lucky, how's it going today? Welcome in. We'll add you first as a standard moderator. Feel free to check out the rest of these channels. Hope you're having a great day. Happy Valentine's Day, Resort Dog. And anybody else I haven't said that to. Cheryl, Miss Soul Adventurous, how are you doing today? Welcome in and thanks for stopping by. Cheryl's another great channel. They're Soul Adventurous. She makes some pretty cool jewelry pieces, does some beading, collects a lot of rocks. She purchased a cab machine and a saw and is doing her own stuff in that fashion. I've been watching her for quite a while. Very cool. Good to see her here. I have missed a few of her recent stuff. I all of a sudden stopped getting notifications for Soul Adventurous. I used to get them all. And I don't know why, but you know how YouTube does it. Notifies you of anybody they want to notify you of, instead of notifying you of everybody that you want all notifications for. City Rockhound, were you live today? Or did you do a premiere? Hello, Goomba Gary. I'm going to make you a standard moderator. Hello, Aqua Donkey. How's it going, Aaron and Beth? Hope you guys are having a great day. You too, Mr. Goomba Gary. Thanks you guys for coming on in. And today we are on Metally Corrupted Mr. Jdawg, and this is his Borealis bag he was selling quite a few months ago. He ran a nifty little contest. We're doing that one currently, and then we'll be moving on after that, as long as this live doesn't run too long, on to his Winter Bliss bag. Here's Mr. Metally Corrupted sticker, Jdawg. He sent one with each bag and one on the bag there. And then he sent a poker chip with each bag. Mr. Evil Santa there. So that's what we're doing. And a few of you know, but I pan kind of slow. I prefer to try and get 99% of the gold the first time around. And I've been, I'd say, successful with that. Out of the last 5 weeks, I can say that I've missed not even a tenth of gold, tenth of a gram. I've been rather surprised at how little I've found going back through all of my material for the second time. So I'm pretty happy with that, and so it takes a little longer. No biggie. And like I usually say during my lives, anybody has other people to go watch, feel free. It will not hurt my feelings if you're not here forever. I appreciate you just stopping by to say hi, possibly hitting the like too. There's a lot of people out there and a lot of interesting stuff to watch on YouTube, so if you gotta go, you gotta go. We all got lives and things to do and people to watch and places to go and people to see. So far, it looks like we got 23 likes. Very, very, very awesome there, guys. Thank you, thank you. Goomba Gary just came from the Supreme Ginger Stacker. Very nice. Tomorrow morning, as soon as I get up, I will be turning on Monardo Rob. He is a Sunday morning for sure all the time. He's another coin person and metal detectorist. Absolutely, GP. Everybody misses gold, no matter how good you are. That is why we use catch pans and, like you said, rinse and repeat. The best systems in the world lose gold. And I am by no means an expert panner. I think I'm doing good, but I'm literally only about, I'd say altogether, a month and a half of experience with panning paydyrts. Right, absolutely, Jdawg. This last 100 has gone so slow, but it's been due to the lack of videos and content and shorts. My first year, I zoomed right up past 800, and Then it kind of stalled out and went slow. But I also, like I said, I dropped off from putting out a video a week and doing a live stream a week and doing shorts of every little thing. I just stopped doing that, and my subs just kind of stayed where they were, and slowly I will gather a couple and they'll take a few away, and I'll gather a couple more and a few of them will stick. Just 2 days ago I was at 948, and I saw this morning that 953, so and a couple of them actually made comments and announced that they were new subs recently, so that's pretty cool. Absolutely. GP's favorite saying, I think, anything free is worth saving up for. It's also amazing how fast the time goes when you're live, because we are already after over an hour. That's crazy. It seems like I've been standing here 15 minutes. Welcome back, Joseph. Gotta have that coffee. Mr. Gentleman Prospector calls it Goldgers. Goldgers in your cup. And Joseph, if you want something fun to watch, look up Miss Mama Bird right there and Mr. Gentleman Prospector. They're always doing awesome live streams. Excellent gold community leaders, I would say. Not only members, but leaders. They do a lot for the community, and they are great people. Same with that Jdawg guy. He's pretty cool too. And everybody's actually really cool that's here right now. So, awesome people. just an old man that likes to play outside. Playing outside is always fun, no matter what age you are. Some people in this world don't realize what they're missing when they're not out there playing outside. Unfortunately, some people don't have the health to do so. Things happen in life, take away certain, what do I want to call it, abilities. Miss Cynthia Foss, how are you doing? You've been lurking. Alrighty. Cynthia, Miss Jinxie 2 is doing good. Mr. Jax, he disappeared well over a year ago. I never got to see him again. And Mr. Jin, the kitty, he did not last very long. I don't know where he went or what happened, but he disappeared after about 3 months. Sadly enough to have to say. I miss Mr. Jin big time. He was starting to be a great cat, but the last night I saw him, he made sure that I couldn't catch him and get him to be back in the van for the rest of the night. He made sure that he played outside, and yep, I just did not get to see him again after that, unfortunately. But Miss Jinxie too, the smart girl that she is I would think happy as can be. There we go, guys. There's a nice little smile in the pan. Get the glare off of it some. And yes, Mr. Joseph, if you just tap on any person's name, it'll bring up a list of things to do, and one of them will be to go to their channel, and then you go to their channel and hit the like and subscribe button if you choose. It's as simple as that when you're a standard moderator. Hey, stay fishy, Redmond, Oregon. How is it going? Those are some nice fish in your last few lives. You're killing it out there at Haystack Reservoir with them big rainbows, man. They're looking amazing. And thank you for fishing with G-Man Fishing. I was in his live the other day when you were off doing whatever you needed to do. That was cool to get into his channel for a change. I definitely hit that like and subscribe and notification button so I can catch more of his content. All right, City. Have fun at Tractor Supply. And yeah, Joseph, I'm at the risk of repeating myself again. You can tap any channel name up there, and it'll allow you to go right to their channel. The rubber bucket. The rubber buckets are the bomb. Very nice. I don't know if I've seen a rubber bucket. I've seen some of them collapsible ones, but those deteriorate over time. You have a great day too, City. Heavier but long lasting on the rubber buckets. Very nice resort. Irish wristwatch. Irish wristwatch. Irish wristwatch. Irish wristwatch. That's the rubber bucket baby bombs are the bomb diggity. How many rubber bucket baby bombs does it take to carry a certain number of Irish wristwatches? Mr. Goomba Gary, don't work too hard, man. Gotta go work on a shotgun. Oh, that's the good kind of work right there. Let the kitty cat in. You have a great day, Gary. Yeah, it's time for a drink of water. And not the chocolate milk. Aqua Donkey, looking forward to your live with your amazing mail call. What time is it going on so I don't miss, Aqua? Make sure I go in and set the notification. Miss Mandy Brown, how are you doing? Welcome in and thank you for being here. We are panning out the metally corrupted, aka Jdawg's Borealis paydirt bag to start with. Did you get to do one of these yourself, Mandy? I know a few people have done videos on them, and yeah, they are GP. Definitely love the guitar playing. Makes me want to try to learn how to play the guitar. I can strum around on one and you know make noise with it, but I can't truly play one. Very nice, Mandy. Normally, right now, if I wasn't live, I would be watching World of Rock Hounds. He just went live at 10 o'clock in Corvallis. And he is at the wholesale dealer's warehouse today. The guy he gets all of his rocks currently is Rocks, Gems, and Minerals, is currently got a warehouse in Corvallis, and he's a rather large wholesale dealer. Gets a lot of great stuff, goes all over to get it. Was down in Tucson just recently and may still be. Um, his boss, whose name is also Josh, allows him to go into the warehouse and do discounted sales. So yeah, anybody looking for cool rocks, gems, and minerals, or just good lapidary viewing, Kyle over at World of Rockhounds is a great watch, and he's really good at polishing all kinds of stuff, let alone a master of obsidian polishing. He makes some awesome fire obsidian pendants, fully cut, polished to a mirror shine. He does fossil fish out of Wyoming, Kemmerer. He does, not only does he go and get them himself, he also does all the prep work and removing all the rock, leaving behind the fish skeletons, and he's done lives of those on occasion. He just had his a brand new rock shed built to do his live streams out of, so he's got a full studio to use instead of being packed into his garage. But yeah, great guy, does great sales. He's well trusted. He ships whenever you want to, and he will allow you to purchase for extended weeks on time and hold your stuff safe so that when you get a full box, then you only have to pay the shipping once. And like I said, all kinds of gems, minerals, all kinds of stuff like that. No gold, but all the crystals and cabochons ready to go that you could want. Yeah, all right, Resort Dog. Starting to get a little warmer here. I've been wanting to go back up to Glass Butte and try and find some of the rainbow obsidian. I found the mahogany obsidian, the gold sheen obsidian, the tri-flow obsidian, but I have yet to find a piece of the rainbow obsidian. Might be able to talk the guys into jamming at Rose Nose Monkey Fest. RKM is, yeah, Rose Nose Monkey Fest coming up soon. Unfortunately, I won't get to be there. Look forward to a lot of great videos though. I get to a certain point of this material and it just does not want to come out of the pan very easy. Tends to just want to hold right there at that last lip. lot of these tinier rocks here. See if I can pick one up. These little guys here are moving just like the gold. Every time I tap to the top, all these little guys keep moving right with the gold. And they're nice and shiny. And they have a clearish. Maybe that's not an actual rock. That's more of a gem. Maybe pieces of polished garnet? It's hard to tell. Even though I like the rocks and gems and minerals, I am not the best at picking them out and recognizing them. Some of the more common ones, no problem, but there are so many out there. And I own so few of them that, like I said, it's hard sometimes to say, oh yeah, that's that, or this is this, or yeah, I know exactly. Got a nice little piece of mica there. Hey Ed, how's it going? Welcome in. Uh-oh, almost time to go see the tax man. Ain't that the truth? Jdawg says garnets. I don't think that's a little piece of gold there. So far, this has been a great bag. I'd call that good. And there we go. Get that layer out of there. Next little bit of gold. That bigger piece there, nice little flat flake. Ooh, and it stuck to my finger. So technically it's not a picker because I did not pick that up. I'm gonna call it a sticker because it stuck to my finger. It's so flat. Look how flat that thing is. Very cool. And there we go. See if I can get it all in one shot. Ooh, everything but the flat piece. I missed the flat guy. Twice. I missed it twice. And the third time. Let's see if we can get it stuck back to my finger. No. And then get it stuck under the fingernail. And not drop it. And I'll just put it in there like that. So here in the near future, one of the plans to do. Hello, Deep North, how are you? Welcome in and thank you for stopping in. And if you've been here for a while, or I already said hello, alrighty then. I'm going to take a look at that again, see if I see anything I might have missed. Yeah, I do see a little micro, but we'll save that for the next time around. Maybe put it on the tiny sluice. But yes, one of the near future events that I want to do is go through my Miller Prospecting Patreon bags. I have about 6 of them, and I did win a Tuesday tailings bag, but for the first time ever, I want to pan through all the material and not pull out any of the gold till the very end. That's not something I've ever tried to do. It'd be hard to do because I like using the snuffer bottle and get that gold out of the way right away. But no danger because going into this pan, I'm going to pan through it all again anyway, like I do. But it'll be fun to see how I do. And not sure of what's in the Miller Patreon bags because gold prices jumped up so far, and there is no label of what's in the bags. And that last month, possibly 2, he made the announcement that instead of being like in the past, there was going to be a half of a gram of gold in each one because of the spot price of gold. He announced that there would be only $50 worth of gold because, like I said, the gold price jumped up over 5,000 and can only afford to put in so much gold. So that'll be fun to go through and see and not pull any gold till the end. Appreciate you lurking deep. Driving to the river, very cool. You going prospecting or fishing, Mr. Deep? Or are you fishing for prospects? And Jason E. Miner, if you're still here, I'm going to eventually get to that doobie vial. Yeah, that thing's sitting in reserve hardcore. Or was Jason ever here? I'm forgetting. I thought he was. Possibly he wasn't. All right, Deep's going prospecting. Well, good luck, man. Good luck. Hope you find 100 ounces of gold. It'd be a heck of a day to find even a full gram. I've never found any gold out in the wild. I've only attempted it a couple times and did not spend much time attempting to do so. Ed, have a great day. Good luck with them taxes. Hope it goes well. Thank you for being here. Yeah, hopefully Kyle over at World of Rock Hounds is back in the warehouse tomorrow for another sale. I'd like to see that. I'll have to go back and watch today's live. See what I missed. He's pretty good that if you go back into his live and provide a timestamp, that you can still purchase after the lives are over, provided you give him the correct information to find the proper piece that you're looking to buy. Anybody have big Valentine's Day plans? Anybody taking their sweeties to dinner, or got a fancy hotel for the night or something? Anybody going, check out a beautiful waterfall with their woman or man? Kyle starts at 11 today. Thank you, Cynthia. Of course, I'll still be live for a while, but if he runs his normal 3-4 hours, then I should be able to catch some of it. I'm not going to be on live all day. Sure, we'll go over the 2-hour mark, maybe into the 3rd hour, unless I got 0 viewers, and then, I hit 0 viewers for over 10 minutes, I'll end the live. And give me a second, guys. I'm going to do that and go to World of Rock Hounds, go visit his channel. There is the live. I'm going to share, copy the link. Link is copied. Oh, well, I didn't want to close it down that far. Back to my live. Hit the chat. Post the link. World of Rock Hounds. Live today. Let's see if it puts it in blue. There we go. All right, guys, there's the link to Kyle, World of Rock Hounds Live today. Tap on that and go give him a like, share, and subscribe if you would like to. Join in the live stream today of his. He generally goes Saturdays and Sundays. His wife goes on Tuesdays. He does his random lapidary. Sometimes he does them live. Sometimes he puts out videos or shorts. And if you guys do show up, let him know Tomcat Josh sent you. His wife likes to know where people hear about their channel. try. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Message pin. Ah, very nice, GP. Miller Prospecting going live, walking his dog. Ah, not Miller Prospecting. Miller Outdoors, I believe. I get those Millers mixed up once in a while. Alright, there we go. Next little bit of gold. In the pan, about to travel to the snuffer bottle. Welcome back, Hobo Rob. Hope it was a good walk. When you want to be out walking, it's always a good walk, that's for sure. Yeah, very nice, Rob. Safety meetings in nature are always fun. Tad bit better, I think. The walk was okay too. Walks are always better also with safety meetings, that's for sure. I definitely miss my safety meetings. Been over a year for me. I stopped the 1st of 2025, January 1st. Can't get a commercial driver's license and have safety meetings. And someday I may try to get my commercial driver's license. Puff, puff, pass. I think everybody right now that does should have a safety meeting at this moment. That way you can all be smoking at the same time. And be a group, ungrouped safety meeting. Because you can never be too safe. Flick your bick, flick your bick. There are a lot of garnets in here. If that's what those little darker pieces are, there are a lot of garnets. All right, Joseph and Rosie. You guys have a great day. Be safe. And thank you for stopping in. Safety, safety, safety. Check this out. This guy here should have had a safety meeting. This was right above the desk. Don't know what he did. But yeah, something got him good. That's up there as a reminder to always be safe. Pretty crazy there, huh? Safety award goes to everybody. GP's got it right. Goes to the Gold Kingdom. Everybody. At least everybody that's here at the moment. I'm getting a little bit better feel for these garnets, how they move. And there we go. A little bit more gold, all kinds of black sands. You can see those black sands quite well. First try that time. Wearing a chain while running a machine can do that. Yeah, that's definitely one way right there, Jdawg. Yeah. That would suck too. Get face blasted because you didn't take your jewelry off your neck. Looks like we're down to the last 2 pans of this bag. And being that it's Jdawg's material, I'm going to use the same snuffer for both bags. Just going to put them both in the same. Appreciate you guys sticking in here with me. That's amazing. As you can see, not a whole lot of people like to visit my lives or my channel. I may have a lot of subs, but I'm not all that popular. And I know my watch hours are quite low, especially if they reset every year. All right, GP. Tell Carl I said hi. Hope he's having a good walk too. Yep. Maybe next time, Jdawg. Maybe next time. I laughed like that because I misread it at first. I thought it said pasties and danishes. Now, I'm not too big on seeing pastries and danishes, but if there's some, if I can see some pasties and danishes, I might be interested. That was rather quick, JP. Amsterdam for the pasties and danishes. Every day after 1 year of video being posted. Yeah, I do remember now, Rob, that people were talking about that, which means my watch hours and that sort of thing are going to drop off quickly, especially once it reaches the lack of content that I have. I never got extremely high views anyway. There's a few of my shorts that have gone over 5,000 views. but not much. I mean, I don't even look at that stuff too often and check on what my shorts do. But my videos just, they don't seem to get a lot of views. It don't matter. I put them out so that the few people that do want to see them can. We haven't had a whole lot of snow this year. I like doing the wintertime snow videos, especially my hike to Tumalo Falls. That is an amazing one in deep snow, especially after the snowshoers have packed it all down and I can just walk in with my boots. Didn't get to do that one this year. I did it a couple months back, but there just wasn't, I don't think there was any snow on the ground. Yeah, for sure, Hobo Rob. Not being able to get out there and do what you normally do with broken foot. Got a nice little piece of wire gold. And a really dark piece. As long as that's gold, it keeps moving like gold. What are you making, Mama Bird? Making a necklace or a pendant? A bracelet, maybe? All right, next little bit of gold. You see that nice little wire there? Super thin, skinny little wire. Making beaded hammered copper plate stakes. sun catchers and thingamajigs. Very nice. Beaded hammered copper plant stakes. Those sound cool. Little extra stakes to help keep your plants standing upright. And look pretty too. That's pretty cool. Pastries. I got the munchies now. Ooh, yeah. Being trying to work on a vehicle in the rain sucks. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do and bust out the giant tarp, drape it over the vehicle, and get her done. But if it's not an emergency, you ain't got to worry about that. All right, last of that Borealis bag coming up. Oh yeah, that's a way different combo there, Rob. Pasties and pastries and danishes too. Sounds like a good meal and something fun to do. Oh yeah. Pasties made from pastries. That sounds like a wonderful home project, GP. The perfect DIY for a Valentine's Day special. Well, it'd have to be a private special, of course, but wonder if we're gonna have our typical next to no gold in the last pan, which I always seem to come across. I always think there'll be a lot more gold showing at the very bottom, and it ends up not being that way. Oh, there probably is, Hobo Rob, but I wouldn't be eating those pastries. I'm the guy that would be looking for the DIY project and the meal after. Fun on multiple different levels. get buckets like that at times. Usually we put cons in multiple places. Yeah, that seems like it'd be important when being on the creek or the river. Trying to remember exactly where you found the better stuff. But when you ain't got time or don't want to take the time, it all goes in the same bucket. Get her done that way. Yeah. I wouldn't doubt Portland has all kinds of those crazy things. Personally, I'm not a big fan of the strip clubs. I think I've been to 3 ever in my adult life. 2 of them I was kicked out of. Apparently, they don't like when you sit up straight and take a good look. They want you kicked back in your chair, relaxing. A little bit of here, a little bit of there, a little bit more from over there. Alright, that's down far enough. Tad a bit more water. Yeah, it has a gold look to it, but I believe that to be a little piece of pyrite. I don't know how well you'll be able to see that, but not gold. Pyrite. Was anybody watching Miller Prospecting Tuesday when he was doing Klesh's training bag? How to show people the difference between gold and pyrite without putting a set amount of gold in the bag, without any card or picture or anything showing what the two look like in their different styles, I would say. I thought that was a tad bit humorous. Uh-oh, Megadog's been around. Megadog's seen some stuff. And once again, just like any other time, the very last bit of the material, there's the smallest amount of gold. I continue to find that pretty amazing. All right, and there's the last little bit of the Borealis bag. Kind of hard to see. Not much there. but it's enough. A little gold in the pan. Oh, that was a total fail. Totally failed on that one. Gotta go back at that. Yeah, totally just washed all those black sands back into the gold. All those garnets right back in. And I do believe that's my first experience with garnets of that style and that number. All right. Well, we're a little over 2 hours, so it is time for a little bit of a smoke break. I'm go say hi to Miss Jinxie too. And it started raining. I'm getting a little bit of rain. Alright, there we go. Level that out. Miss Jinxie too. Girly girl. Jinxie too. Girly girl. Look at her. She don't even turn her head. She's like, yeah, you're here. Whatever. I'm gonna sit here and do my thing. Girly girl. I bet I break out some wet food though. She's gonna come running. Extend this up. So watch this. Oh, and look who it is. Miss Jinxie too. What's up, girly? Are you ready for some food? Yep, that breaking open of the wet food. What's up, girly girl? You ready? Huh? She's wondering what the heck is going on. I don't get this till dinner time. Yeah, tell them, girly. What's going on? Yeah, you ready? You are, aren't you? There you go. That's how Jinxie 2 gets her dinners. Her favorite spot to eat dinner. Well, hello, Jack and Danae. How are you doing? We're taking a little sit down and cigarette break. Watching Miss Jinxie 2 eat her grub. She will not say another word until it's gone. She's spoiled. She gets herself 8, 10 treats in the morning. And I usually will only give her the wet food once every 2 days, maybe a third day. She always gets plenty of my dinner for the meats that she likes. Is that good girly girl? Back in the day when answering machines could talk, my brother would come to the house, and when they picked up, he'd say, "Who's a hungry kitty?" That's funny. Torture your kitties over the answering machine. Ooh, I hope I didn't miss too many messages. I just realized I wasn't in all chat. I'm in top chat. Yeah, here in Central Oregon, we've had an overcast day. Woke up to 34 degrees, and it only started raining here in the last couple hours. Typical, it's more of a sprinkle. It's not a good solid rain. We don't get those too often. Take a minute to show this. This is the knife I purchased from Carl Miller to help benefit GP and Mama Bird's travels. Handmade by Carl Miller. I've been keeping it in reserve, and I generally don't carry a knife on me, but I put it on today because I planned on showing it just like this. I'm like one of a few people that paid for theirs. He's given quite a few of these knives away. Yeah, it is beautiful, and it cuts a little bit better now that I took my diamond sharpener to it on several occasions. I could still do a little better with the sharpening of it, but definitely nice, hefty, feels good. I like it. Fits in the hand well, both ways. I try not to use it because I like it that much. I'll save it and keep it in reserve. I got all kinds of crappy knives I can cut stupid shit with. And then let me grab something real quick. Put you guys there for a moment. I do have a couple things I can show. If I can get the box open. Might have to use the knife. For some reason it's sticking with no sticker. Screw it. So these are purchases from Kyle over at World of Rockhounds. A little chunk of amethyst. The beginning of a scepter. Broken off piece. then here's another piece. And look at that thing sparkle. So many tiny little points on that. Some nice color. And this one, I paid $18 for that piece. Miss Georgianne Rose has become a small fan of Kyle over at World of Rockhounds. She likes what she sees and has been making a few purchases along the way. These guys here are called Tabasco geodes. Super tiny, small Tabasco geodes. This 3-set pair was $20. Some nice waterline banding in that one. Some nice orange in that one. And nice crystal center in there. Do we got a bad connection and we're getting some pixels? Those are Tabasco geodes. Here's another 3-pack set. Some more waterline bands. This one was a $22 set. And there's my finger for scale for how small those Tabasco geodes are. These pairs would make excellent earrings. Just a little bit of the stuff that you can possibly get if you want to go see World of Rockhounds. This is an accidentally man-made product here. This is called zincite. I believe it was formed in the coal power plants in their flues, their smokestacks. They didn't realize they were doing it, but when they went to demolish the smokestacks, they found these zinkites, they were named. That was a $22 purchase. Very happy to own a piece of it. This one actually has a label to it. This is an azurite blueberry. Azurite being the mineral name, the small roundness for the blueberry label. This one was $23. Came in the case, and when he packed it, and he didn't have to ship it, but when he packed something like that, he put a little piece of paper over it so that it stays safe. I waited a while to make that purchase. Yeah, pinned up at the top, Chris with a K. That's the link to World of Rockhounds. He's doing a live sale right now out of the warehouse. And then I purchased this pendant, which is the pendant name is paydirt. in the family with labradorite and other items like that. It has a nice, beautiful shimmer to it. Sterling silver is the surrounding metal, and I did pay 32 bucks for that. Put a hand behind it, maybe that's going to help with some of the color. Paydirt is some amazing stuff. I like it quite a bit. Nice, Chris. That grape amethyst is cool. The really cool stuff is the druzy on top of the grape amethyst. Here's a piece of that rainbow obsidian. Oh, sorry, it's pixelated, guys. I stepped outside and must be in a bad spot, and I won't be able to capture that too well. Alright, and since we're pixelated, we'll put a stop on that one. Cigarette's done, and we'll go back in. Hello, Arkman, Wild Survival. Welcome in. We're about to head back in and do some more painting. Let me know how the pixelation is going, guys. It should get better since we came back in the building. Not sure why it went pixelated. And one of the co-workers is here, so he's gonna make a little noise. Take a moment to get the
Catman, how are you?
I'm doing good, Mike. How are you?
Got a project going there?
Well, panning
Learn how to pan gold?
Panning some gold on a live stream for YouTube.
Nice. Oh, did I just interrupt it, dude?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
And more than acceptable. I just let them know that a coworker just showed up.
That's a cool place to do that. It's nice and lit.
And so far, I've been through a 1 gram bag. And it's all sitting in there.
Let me see that. No shit.
That's called the snuffer bottle. That's how he's sniffing
cool.
up off the bottom of the pan.
Oh, yeah. You just suck it up out of there.
Yeah.
That's cool, dude. Awesome.
Alright, guys, we are going to open and classify the next pan, the Winter's Bliss from Metally Corrupted. Pull this over here. Move this guy back a little bit. Ark Wildman Survival just got a gold pan off of eBay. Alright, guys, let's have a look at this material. Oh boy, look at all those gems falling out of there. that, guys. Look at all that color in there. All kinds of different stuff in there. And oh boy, what do I see there? Have we got us a piece of gold? I dropped it. Good thing it's big enough. Look at this thing. I don't know if that's gold though. It doesn't feel very heavy for the size of it. Hey, Fancy Nancy, how you doing? Welcome in and thanks for stopping by. Bye. Let's see what it sounds like in the pan. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear it. Yeah, for the size of that, I wouldn't think that it's gold. But I will keep it nonetheless. Maybe. I could absolutely be wrong. What do you guys think? Let me get it on my fingertip there and hold it as close as I can. Does that look like gold to you guys? Looks like copper. It definitely, for the size of that thing, it doesn't have the weight that I think it might be. Mama Bird says copper too. Alright, we'll set that on the sticker there. You ever seen gold pay dirt, Mike?
What's that?
You ever seen gold pay dirt?
Gold what?
Pay dirt. I buy this by the bag, and this is some of the stuff they added to it.
You just run it through a sieve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the gold will be in there.
Okay. And then that's what you do the water wash with.
Yep.
Very cool.
Yeah, all kinds of little pretty cool rocks in here. There's one of them. Another odd looking piece of copper. I wonder if that was done by pouring copper into water while it's molten, making copper shot. Another piece of copper. A few of the other pieces of rocks there. Very cool. Go ahead and add that to this bag. Have a better look at that later. First thing I want to do is rinse both the bags. Since I didn't rinse the other one, might as well start off with that. And Nancy just got to your guy's house, which would be Chris with a K. Getting ready to do the Valentine's Day thing, Nancy. And once again, happy Valentine's Day to everyone. Mike, you did remember it's Valentine's Day? And I don't see any gold in the bottom of the bag, so here we go. Mike wants to know where the pastries are. Going cross-eyed, watching two lives, and beating this copper wire. Mama Bird, are you guys watching Carl? Or somebody else? Carl and Dio are hiking in the snow. Nice. There's a possibility we're supposed to get snow this weekend or beginning of next week. We've not had much of that here in Central Oregon. Carl, got some short legs?
You want me to turn the main lights back out, bro?
Yeah.
Okay. Enjoy your day, brother.
Yep, you too, Mike. Oh, by the way, you did remember it's Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Dio was chest deep in snow. Holy crap. Very nice, Wild Man. Both those channels are good channels. It was funny. We're all talking about the safety meetings, and Mike, who just showed up, he's our lead safety coordinator. He holds his own style of safety meetings once a month here at the shop. Everybody part of the safety committee for work gets a nice lunch for them. and they discuss the month's topics and what needs to be double checked for safety on our job sites. Well, Mama Bird, I got the feeling you've been having safety meeting for the last couple hours. As it should be. A good puff every 15 minutes is recommended for optimum safety. More as necessary. Optimum engaged. I tell you what, I miss that ultra safe feeling that I used to get. Speaking of safety meetings, we should be coming up on our annual company safety meeting, where everybody gets together and we discuss the safety topics, and that is generally done with a meal and drinks afterwards. Always a good time. Definitely appreciate the boss for doing such things. Well, I gotta wash that out a little more. Hello, Triplet Dad. I appreciate the compliment on a sweet live stream. I'm glad you like it. And I have not seen you before, but I'm going to add you as a standard moderator. Um, Around here, we do not talk religion and we do not talk politics. We try to be respectful to everybody that's here, and be respectful if you choose to tap on anybody's channel name and go join their channels. A lot of us don't like talking politics and religion on our channels, so feel free to hook up with anybody, and please be respectful wherever you go. Thanks for being here. That's right, Nancy. Just pretty garbage pail kids. and the Dong Show. Is it getting close, Nancy, to the next Dong giveaway? This tiny little piece of whatever there is moving in the pan has a similar look to gold, but it's moving way too easy to be gold. There you go, Nancy. There's an idea for your next future dong giveaway: flying dongs. That would be kind of funny. All right, that took a while, but the first little bit of golden pan. This piece is awfully square. Wild Man, I actually don't sell it. I've been keeping it so far. I'd like to pull it out and reweigh it and look at it, and so far no plans to sell any of it. If I was to try and attempt to sell any of it, I would turn it back into paydirt bags and try and sell it back to the community like a lot of others do. This one here was a win on someone's channel, but the bag before, which was this Borealis bag, this was purchased from Metally Corrupted, and here's his channel sticker. Sorry that it's backwards. I'm using the front-facing camera to do this live, but Metally Corrupted is Jdawg, and he sells paydirts. One of the many people that do. But yeah, I have no intentions of selling any of the gold for the moment. I'm just kind of keeping it and holding on to it. Yeah, once you get your gold in your vials, and you just got to keep pulling it back out and weigh it again and admire it and ooh and ah. And being that I pay for it, thank you, Mandy Brown, for dropping that link. I appreciate that. Right there, Wild Man, is Metally Corrupted, Mr. Jdawg, if you wanted to visit his channel. This little piece of something caught my eye. It's not gold, but it sure is gold in color, as you can see. I'm like, wow, that's cool, but it's moving way too fast. Floating right on the water, didn't stick to nothing. And now I know I'm missing messages because on my tablet I was on Top Chat the whole time. And Wild Man, there are various ways to sell your gold, but a lot of the places you're not going to get the spot price back. One of the better ways to do it is to remake good pay dirt bags and sell it back to the gold community. You'll get a little bit better value for your gold. A lot of times when you sell it at certain places, you're only going to get 70-80% of the spot value. Very nice, Mandy. Any chance you're getting close to that ounce? Or at least close to making the ring for your granddaughter? And if you were going to make the ring, are you going to make it out of tiny little gold nuggets, or were you going to have it refined and turned into an actual ring? You know, like the normal rings we see. Wild Man, the bags can be rather expensive because, like right now, gold spot price is roughly 150 bucks per gram, and then generally you're going to be charged that right now and have to pay shipping. I don't remember what I paid for this Borealis bag, the first one I did, because I bought it several months ago, but it was right around gold spot price. Very nice, Mandy. 9 more grams, 10 more grams to go. Very cool. Takes about 3 grams to make a basic size band. Very nice, Mandy. That's pretty cool. I remember watching a Dan Hurd video where he took his own gold to his jeweler and had him make him up a nugget ring or a picker ring. That was a pretty cool video to watch a couple years ago. Yeah, Mandy, a whole ounce in the pan would be very cool. I wonder what Jdawg was up to. He was asking if I had gone through this winter bliss. And I let him know that I hadn't even panned out the Borealis yet. Maybe he's doing some metal pouring. Or just busy in general. And Wild Man, if you want to check out some prices for gold pay dirts, look up goldnuggetsales.com or goldnuggetsforsale.com. That is Gold Nugget Sales, one of the popular pay dirt vendors. Along with many of the channels that are out there, the gold channels that sell their own pay dirts, that is a different kind of search. And another good thing to do is to go to millerprospecting.com. He has the top 10 sellers list for best and most trusted people to buy from. He also has the top 10 worst list of people to buy from. And that one was millerprospecting.com. Miller Prospecting is a YouTube channel. He goes live Tuesdays, and he's a well-respected pay dirt vendor. Sorry, not vendor, pay dirt reviewer. He's been reviewing all kinds of pay dirts, from the worst to the best, to the ones you don't want to buy, the ones you really do want to buy. And thank you, Mandy. That's Miller Prospecting's link right there, Wild Man. Appreciate the link drops, Mandy. That's awesome. Yeah, like GP says, 100% Miller Prospecting's webpage. You shouldn't have to doubt any of the top 10 sellers lists that's on there. He's a well-respected pay dirt reviewer Been around for quite a while. I thoroughly enjoy watching Miller prospecting on Tuesdays. He comes on 4 o'clock Oregon time. Not sure what time that would be for you. And there we are. There's the little bit of gold for this pan. Barely able to be seen, but there is a small smile. Yeah, Arkman, gentleman prospectors comment up there about the pay dirt vendors that buy gold. There are certain ones out there. They buy people's gold to put into their own pay dirts. Another good one to look up and try is Troubled One pay dirts. TROUBLED 1 pay dirts. He's got some quartergram bags for sale that I know of. Another good one is Vendetta Prospecting. He's got some great pay dirt. 9 Finger Mining is also another one. Good pay dirts. He's up in Alaska. AAA, how's it going? Not sure why you're not a standard moderator, but you are now. And Dr. King's Gold of New York. I don't remember seeing that one, Joseph. You have become a doctor now. Very nice. Always nice to make that leap from average to doctor. And thank you for coming in, Joseph. Appreciate it. Glad you were able to be here. You too, AAA. Hope you're staying warm up there. Thanks for coming in. Much appreciated. Appreciate everybody watching me pan extremely slow. Metally corrupted Mr. Jdawg has made a couple of great bags of pay dirt here. Only like 3 minutes to become a YouTube doctor. Very nice. That's the fastest doctorate I've ever seen. Any chance you studied with Dr. Nick from The Simpsons? Studied? What? No study needed. I'm not sure what that is, but I would say it's a tiny magnet because it has black sands sticking to it, which is a little odd and funny. I actually wonder if that's really what it is just a little tiny magnet. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just they were stuck to it. Smoke, study hard, get high grades. Might be mercury gold. Well, that's not good because I'm fondling the hell out of it. Put that over next to the piece of copper and hopefully I don't forget about it. Wow. All right, here we go. There we go. That's better. Nice little bit of gold and a tiny little wire piece in there. That's pretty cool. Thank you, Mandy Brown. I appreciate it. We're past 3 hours, so I actually would do a little bit better job, but I'm leaving a little extra black sands at the moment. I can get those later before I do a short with the results. But yeah, thank you very much. I definitely try to get as much of the gold as possible first time around. If it takes a little longer, no problem. Although it does make the second time around a tad boring, especially if you do get most of it. Dina, hello, how are you? Welcome in. I appreciate you being here and lurking. Definitely understand having things to do. Nice, I'm on the big screen. Woohoo! What's for dinner, Joseph? Oh, speaking of dinner, what is GP and Mama Bird having for their Valentine's Day meal? Master Chef GP, are you cooking? Throwing some good grub down? Oh, nice, Joseph. Gotta love a good rotisserie chicken. Very nice, Dina. Gotta get stuff done. I'm gonna take a second, guys. Meet you again. I gotta blow my nose. All right. Yeah, that got that lovely stuffed up running nose. Not really a flu or a cold, just a little congestion, but for some reason wants to keep a runny nose. Good Lord. Sorry, guys. Acquired a dry spot in my throat with that one. Sweetheart tomahawk ribeye grilled with salted mushrooms and sweet onion caramelized in butter with braised whole asparagus. Oh, and loaded baked potatoes. My bird's lucky. That sounds amazing, gentleman prospector. Good Lord. I'm probably going to swing by the Walmart and get myself a rotisserie chicken too. We'll see though. I might have to save that for tomorrow. I prefer to do my rotisserie chickens right before lunch. Living in the minivan, I'll eat a nice hot chicken meal, and then I'll strip the rest of that chicken, put it in a Ziploc baggie, add sour cream and salsa and my favorite hot sauce, and then just eat off of it a few more days. Keep it in the cooler and have a nice little, like, chicken taco kind of chicken mix. All parts of the taco except for the tortilla. Mmm, very nice, Dina. Homemade Italian seasoning. Oh, get back up there. There's still quite a bit of black sand up there at the top. Absolutely, Dina. Some good chicken stock out of those rotisserie chickens. All right, here we go. There's the next bit of gold. Nice, Joseph. Pepsi sake, is that what that is? And 2 packages of your cheese. I love some cheese. Alright guys, we are down to the last 2 pans of material. Ah, Pepsi sale. Gotcha, Joseph. I was like, man, I want to try some of the Pepsi and sake. That sounds good. Try anything like that once. Yeah, that was a little chunky, huh? Jdawg. I wonder if somebody turned the heat up in the shop here a little bit. That heater is kicked on quite a few times. Not something I would do, being it's not my shop. Yeah, Dina, it's going to take a long time, and it probably took you a long time, didn't it? There are a lot of small stones in that Borealis bag. Not so much for the winter's bliss here. Well, at least you made the attempt. Gator, what's going on, man? Hope you're having a great day, Mr. Gator. Chef Boyardee. Gator, that last meal you made looked pretty good. I got to be there for a little bit of that live cooking. But it definitely looked good. If anybody likes trivia style games, Gator does those quite well. Hangman style. If you don't know the answer, give them a letter. You know how this goes. I like participating in his hangman shows. A piece of gold floating? was not. Ugh. I've drank a cigarette butt once myself, and ugh. There's enough to make you puke. Thankfully, it hasn't happened again. There we go. Another little bit of gold. Nice little wire piece in there. It's a really small wire. There, maybe you can see that one now. Get that clear out of there. Yeah, nice little wire. Very cool. I've never drank a bee before, though. I've not been unfortunate in that sense. And once again, I just got a little aggressive with moving the pan around and washed black sands right back into the gold. Smooth move, X-Lax. Alright, that should be good enough for now. You must be busy. You didn't respond. I'm not sure about the winter's bliss, Dina, but as of a couple days ago, he still had a couple of the Valentine's bags, I believe. Don't quote me, but he did make a short about it. Alright, guys, this is going to be the last pan of this material. Rinse off the scooper. Chocolate mousse ball pie. So thanks everyone for being here. Appreciate it. It's a long time to hang around on a person's live. If you've been here the whole time, we hit the 3.5 hour mark. And we will shortly be doing a snuffer dump. It's been great talking with you guys. So far, you've pretty much been and will be my only company for the day until I go on to another live stream. Say hi to everybody there. Like I said, I am single, so there's no special activities going on for me. Hopefully, there's a YouTuber or two going live later this evening. If not, there is definitely plenty of other things to watch video wise. Very nice GP. 3 different devices running 3 different lives. Very cool. Very much appreciated too. Definitely enjoy you and Mama Bird being here, Jdawg being here. Sometimes I'm shocked the people that come in and actually join me. It was good to see Mr. Wildman. I don't get over to his channel too often. Always good to see Joseph. He was a big part of the World of Rockhounds community, and we only see him once in a while now. So Joseph's always been a good commenter. That would be Rockin' Wheelers. That is the Joseph I was speaking of. He was very supportive from day one on my channel. Very cool. JP's bar is going to be on tonight. Very cool, Jdawg. Thank you for the reminder. I'll try not to get a buzz too early and be awake for that. Last night was kind of fun. I decided to forego my normal 4 shots of Fireball, and I went with a little pint of Jameson because I had pickle juice. I finished a jar of pickles this week, so I keep the juice, and when that happens, I'll get me some Jamesons and have some nice picklebacks. Love a little shot of pickle juice after the Jameson's whiskey. So tasty. And of course, I'm a fan of drinking pickle juice anyway. You don't drink a lot of it, but a good shot here and there of pickle juice is tasty. And I go through times where I just don't buy pickles. But I'm definitely in the mood, so I'm going to go buy a jar of pickles today. As long as they're on sale. Last week they had a decent brand of a medium-sized jar of pickles for only $2. So, oh yeah, GP, go get a pickle. Aren't they freaking awesome? Whoever invented the pickle was a genius. And pickles in most of their forms are amazing too. Alright, there's the last tiny little bit of gold. Once again, bottom of the material, pretty much the least amount of gold. Just a few tiny specks. Or, well, they're bigger than tiny specks, but you know what I mean. Ooh, I got that black sand walking back down. Alright, guys, here comes the snuffer dump. My bad, GP, my bad. Those giant flakes. Yeah, as far as flour gold goes, those were rather large pieces. That is true. Look at that gold in the pan. Running down the edge. Put a little fresh water in here. And work that back up to a smile. Nice little bit of gold. Hopefully I did a good job and reached the full 1.5 grams. Try to give you a little bit better look. There we go, that's a lot better. And tilt the pan, get all that glare off there if I can. Thanks, Jdawg. Thank you, Mama Bird. Thank you, GP. How close can I get? Step back out of the light a little bit. And of course, I'll have a little bit better show. You can definitely see all the black sand still in there. I'll get her all cleaned up. And do a weigh-in on a short, just like I usually do. And that's say thank you. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. It's been fun. I've been standing in the same spot for over 3 hours, almost 4. Definitely ready for another cigarette break. I hope to see you guys on somebody else's live and catch you at JP's bar. I'm sure I'll be there for a while. And yeah, everybody have a wonderful Valentine's Day. If you don't have a loved one, don't be sad. It doesn't always happen for a lot of us. If you do, give them big L hugs. Call your family today. Tell them you love them. Your wives, your daughters, your sisters, your brothers, your children, your grandbabies, all of them. Good day to do it. Good day to do it. I'm gonna, like I said, go have a cigarette first. See if anybody else is live. I'll probably go right over to World of Rock House and see that he's still going. It's only 12:43, so he should. And look forward to my short coming out here soon. Make this live public, so that one will upload first, hopefully. And adios, everyone. Have a great day. Peace.